Hey marketers, Bren here with another breakdown video. In today's video, you and I were breaking down a company that's doing just over $100 million in revenue. They're a contracting company, they're in the paving industry, and they are system pavers. What you and I are going to do is go through their website, understanding all the psychological hacks, tips, and tricks that they're using to convert all their traffic into leads. Furthermore, we're going to go through their Google Ads, campaigns, landing pages, etc., because they are doing some really cool things that no doubt that you will want to steal and implement straight into your business. So without any further introduction, let's jump over to my computer and we'll get stuck into today's breakdown video. So here we are over at my computer, and here we have System Pavers. These guys are doing just over $100 million a year reportedly. I have no affiliation with these guys. We can see here with Qualified Remodeler, they have these guys pegged at 11 with 101 million in revenue, just over 4,000 jobs completed. So these guys, you would have to safely assume that they're doing some good things with their digital marketing. So they would be, they are a fantastic candidate to have a deeper dive into and get a better understanding of exactly what they're doing. And that's what we're going to do in this video. They're doing some really cool stuff that literally less than 1% of people are doing in the contracting business. Hence why I think that they're doing, around that $100 million in revenue, as well as what Qualified Remodeler are doing. So first and foremost, if you like this style of video and you want a company in your industry broken down, please reach out in the comment section below. I really would appreciate it, because it does take me a fair bit of time to find a company that I think is good to break down from a marketing standpoint, some companies that are doing some fantastic stuff, and some stuff that I think that they can improve, because I think that it's fantastic to learn from the good, and it's also fantastic to learn from the bad. Also, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and to smash that like button. Those two things really do help within the YouTube algorithm, help me get more rankings within the YouTube search results, which allows me to spend a little bit more time making these videos, which I really do enjoy doing, and I haven't had a great deal of time this year thus far to make them, but I'm dedicating more time. So if you do smash those buttons, it really does help, and I do appreciate it. Also, I've done a fair few of these breakdown videos. If you go to my playlist, there's a breakdown videos playlist, and you can have a look at some of the other industries that I've broken down, some of the big players in those industries, where you can learn a great deal. No matter if you're just a paving company, I don't mean just a paving company obviously, but if you're a paving company or even a SaaS or technological company, it doesn't really matter where you fall, e-commerce, those videos are fantastic, as it allows you to pull tactics and strategies from other industries and plug them straight into yours. So with all that fun stuff being said, let's have a look at System Pavers. So here we have their website, and we have a rotating banner initially. And I hate rotating banners. I think they absolutely stink, and that they're awful. They cause distraction. They rotate before anyone can fully comprehend what the image and what the text is trying to say. They also draw the person's eye path away from any kind of key focal points. As humans, we're naturally drawn to movement as a survival mechanism. We don't need it much anymore, but you'll notice that if you're trying to concentrate and perhaps read a book, and you're focused and something happens up here, and you automatically you leave your book and you look at what moved. So I kind of think it's lazy, to be honest, and I think that these guys, starting off with a negative, of course, which is not nice, considering that they do so many things well, but nonetheless, I'm just being open and honest, that it's being lazy. These things can be merged. So what we have here is, I'm gonna have to keep clicking because it rotates quite quickly, is we have a proof element here, Qualified Remodeler, top 500 in 2019, the #1 home outdoor remodeler, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. You kind of can't fake that. It's fantastic proof. And these guys must be doing a wonderful job in terms of the technical aspects. Don't shoot me down. I haven't checked reviews. There's a previous company that I did a breakdown for. They're doing some fantastic things marketing wise. Then someone shot out to me and said they had like a 3 point something star rating with their Google reviews. So I haven't checked their reviews. I do not know if these guys do great technical work in terms of service delivery, but their marketing is pretty good. So if we come over to this other sliding banner, we see meet with us anytime, anywhere. This video at the time I'm shooting this is during the coronavirus, COVID-19, pandemic that's happening around the world. So this is very topical and fantastic. They're doing some really nice things here as well. So there's an incentive: meet with one of our expert designers and consultants online and receive 10% off. So a bit of an incentive there. Really nice. Not great. I've just done a video on call to actions. If you're interested, a link will pop up around this video right now. They haven't drawn attention to this call to action. It's not contrasting the other colors that's happening around here. This is contrasting the picture of this person. They also have it's very much demonstrating what's going to happen with this image here, so which is fantastic. And people buy from people. If you've watched my videos before, people buy from people. They're not so much saying that with this consultation there's a phantom. You're not kind of sure who's going to meet with you. This person here represents, it'd be nice to actually have a name, but of course this one person would not be completing all the inquiries that they're generating. That would be damn near impossible. It would legitimately be impossible. So but it's still nice to have a person behind the business. It adds its own inherent credibility and proof that someone's willing to put their own personal brand behind the company because they believe so much in it. That's not consciously what happens in the thought process of the prospect, but it's indirect and even more powerful than many other forms of proof and credibility. Now, as we scroll down, we get into where visitors can segment themselves into what they want in terms of the service that is most applicable to their search query or want at this moment in time. So we have interlocking paving, artificial grass, luxury hardscape and backyard design, and outdoor lighting design. Now, I'll touch on this a little bit later in a couple of moments, but this is nice to get people into the portion of the website that will cater for their needs very quickly. Coming down, we've got locations. This is important because these guys are a big company and it shows the locations that they do service. So these guys are servicing a large portion of the United States, and you can segment yourself into these locations by clicking one of these hyperlinks here and wandering off into the specific location. I'm not going to touch upon that because it's not all that interesting. It's not video worthy in my opinion. Moving through, this is really nice here. They could make this section a little bit better. So they've got customer reviews. So the reviews of the month, presupposing that there been other reviews, and these are some of the best reviews. So that's a nice kind of verbiage there, presupposing. Presupposition is like an NLP technique. It's used often in copywriting. So if there's someone on the witness stand and the lawyer, the prosecutor asks the person on the stand, how many times did you beat your wife? Not politically correct. It's a term used in many books. Like this phraseology has been used in many books, but that question implies that the person has a wife, that they beat their wife multiple times, etc. The presupposition, not the nicest kind of analogy. I'm kind of winging a portion of this, going off on a bit of a tangent, but it's used in books. It's not mine, and that theory of presupposition, it's presupposing. So it's a nice one. Some other things here: full name, location, and the date adds more credibility. Adds that this is real. And a really nice touch in my opinion. And as we scroll down, we get into the footer, which we don't want to touch on. As we scroll back up though, and we come into the paving landing page, or paving page, I shouldn't say landing page as yet, we see some more interesting stuff here. This is a really cool landing page in my opinion. So if we come up here, take advantage of our most popular offer. They have presupposition again, have other offers, and we will see illustrations of those offers later on down the track. Free removal, free demolition and removal, claim now. And everyone knows that this is built into the cost. These guys aren't paying for it. Most probably it's a kind of like a bait and switch kind of offer. Business never pays for anything. It's like the government. If the government ever taxes a business, the business doesn't pay the tax. They just pass that tax on to the consumer. I mean, It's nice from a marketing perspective, but I'm speaking just out of logic, of course. But I really like it. It's interesting. It's different from some of the other paving companies that I looked at as well. And then just moving on, we have a hero image. So very much a family orientated type of aspect or entertainment aspect that this type of service has. So we see some pictures with some kids. We see a very, very nice, what I would assume is a backyard, some nice paving, nice landscape, plants, etc. I'm not someone in this industry, so I can't comment too much about the nitty gritty and the technical aspects of the image. But they do target some emotion here in the headlight, perfect for creating a masterpiece. So we'll see this theme a little bit about creating something that is elevating your status within your neighborhood or within your friends and peers, etc. And we'll see this as a reoccurring theme, which I really like, because people do not buy on logic, they buy on emotion. And this is a subtle way to say that you're going to create something that's going to be the envy of the people who see it. Now, as we scroll down, we see this headline. It's a pretty poor headline, in my opinion. Custom interlocking paving designs by System Pavers. We already know that we're at System Pavers. We already know that we're kind of on this page. You can loosely restate it, but can we build upon? So this is an emotional targeting headline. Can we have a more product-centric targeted headline here? So a pretty poor effort, I think, and a little bit lazy in some ways, but nonetheless, not too bad in some respects, but definitely a big opportunity to be a lot better here. As we scroll down into the text-based section, we see that we have a couple of options here. Now, this is pretty quick to get through in terms of consuming the content, which is nice. It's written in kind of like a templatized format. Templatized, probably not a word, definitely not a word, but it gets the point across. What I'm saying is we see kind of like a loose definition, then they dimensionalize that definition of what it is into a benefit to the actual prospect, which is kind of nice. So we'll just read one here. We'll say, we offer more than 50 different color options that can be mixed and matched, right? So that's more of a feature or a definition of color varieties. But then it moves on into how this benefits you as the consumer to create unique patterns and designs. Our designer will consider the color scheme of your home and help you select the hues that integrate beautifully with its design. Really, really nice copy here, and something that is a really core principle that you can take and move into your own marketing, be it online or offline, it doesn't matter. And that's not talking about the features, but talking about the benefits and then dimensionalizing it further and how they actually work for the prospect. Really, really cool. And I like how these guys have done that here. Again, we see poor call to action, not encapsulated in any way, quite subtle. And in my notes that I have below me here, I actually missed this, and I've just noticed it now doing the video. So Bren blindness, it looks like it's the same color as the headline. It's the same color here. I mean, this has like a, I don't know what kind of color you would call that. I'm not great with colors, but it kind of fits in with the paving. I don't like it. Fits in with this color too, loosely. Just make it some other color, like that sticks out so people know where they can get started and click it. So as you scroll down though, we see enduring value, long-lasting beauty, pool pavers and design gallery. So a little bit, I don't like this section. It doesn't really offer much in value, and it's not, these comments aren't really substantiated in any form. It's really like, it's there for decoration, but serves no real marketing purpose in many ways. I'd cut it out. I just don't like it. Moving through down though, again, we see another portion where people can segment themselves into the actual more specific service that they're interested in. So we've got driveways, walkways, patios, pools and decks, before and after images, etc. I really like this section because there are many different elements to the paving industry and what people want and what people want to do, etc. And when you can make your communication more specific to the need or want of the consumer, you'll do a lot better. So to pull that out into a really kind of generalized analogy, imagine if you're training dogs, if you had pages specifically targeting dog training for German Shepherds, St. Bernards, etc., etc., you'll do far better than just a general dog training page, and because it's more specific to the particular breed of dog and that dog owner. So that's how they're using this kind of principle, and it's kind of cool in my opinion. So if we quickly scroll at the top, we can see the presupposition that I alluded to earlier. Take advantage of our most popular offer. So we can see a couple of offers here. Check out our current promotions, Paver comparison, and before and afters. So they've got a couple of different offers. I'm not going to check them because, again, they're not so much, they're not video worthy. That's kind of a funny way to put it, not video worthy. Moving on though, our industry, and this is the why section. I reckon this could be higher. It could potentially replace this section because it's adding value, and it's highly persuasive in many ways. So what we have here, we guarantee our installation. So this is the guarantee. We can have a deeper dive. They've got a nice kind of testimonial here, award for service excellence. So kind of like a testimonial and an award combined. I like that. Then we have the 25-year warranty. Keep tabs on 25-year because I'll reference that later down. So it's a 2-year, it's a 2-part warranty, 10-year on workmanship and on turf, sorry, and then this is workmanship on pavers, 25 years. So that's kind of cool. Then another really nice portion to their website are the frequently asked questions, which I really do like, because you've got to remember that people are geniuses in their own sphere and they're not geniuses outside of that sphere. So I know a lot of, well, hopefully I know a lot about marketing. I don't know a lot about paving. So these frequently asked question portions are really important to me. They help answer any objections or informational based kind of questions that I have. So yeah, I really like this section here. And we'll see iterations of this as we go through. Then we've got some more informational based, kind of like more like blog posts and still kind of like a frequently asked question style, but really, really cool in many, many respects. So some cool things that I think that they can do and improve is they're not talking about the proof and credibility that we saw on the homepage. So from that award that they won from 2015 to 2019, that's huge. I'd be restating this quite strongly, and it should be restated here in this section. This section should be higher. So, but overall, a really good landing page, far better than the 99% of landing pages I see in the construction and the construction and paving industry as a whole, contractors, all that fun stuff. These guys are doing a wonderful job. And we're going to see a far better illustration of a landing page specifically for Google Ads a little bit later. Another thing that they're doing is they ask for micro conversions before getting to a macro conversion, which is, if you've watched my other videos, you'll hear me say that marketing's like dating. You try and ask for marriage on the first date, you're not going to have a great time, not a great success rate. And the same here. So if we go back to their homepage here, they're not really asking for too much, or they are here, of course, but what they're doing is getting people, so this is the first date, then this page is the second date, and then this page, if we're after driveways, is the third date. And they're still not asking, in my opinion, a huge amount in terms of a macro kind of conversion. So to rip through this page here, which is kind of the final page, it's very, very similar to the other pages, except we're starting to see more specific imagery and proof elements through imagery with this gallery section and different types of paving that's done. Really, really cool. I like this, and they can be clicked and made bigger, and that's nice, and they're all watermarked to add a little bit more proof in a subtle, indirect way. And as we come down here, the only difference is they talk about financing. Paving can be expensive. Having a financing kind of option is powerful, and it gives peace of mind that people can afford it, and it probably allows them to do bigger jobs or get more out of the customer because there is that financing option, more of a business model type of thing there, as opposed to a marketing, also marketing of course, but kind of cool. I really like how they've got this non-macro kind of asking for a conversion system with their website flow, but they can be more bold with their call to actions. There's no value with their call to action as well. So, fill out the form. What am I going to get? Like, they say it on the homepage, but what happens here, what goes into the consultation process, etc., etc. But have a look at my call to action video, and you'll see what I think is a better way to make a call to action. And I show you results. I tripled the conversion rate of a company by fixing up the call to actions. So definitely a good video for you to watch. So coming over, and we'll have a look at their traffic generation now. So we're going to have a look at their Google ads. Now they're doing really well across the board, organically generating tons of traffic, doing a really good job. And you know that they really did start to see significant growth, you know, into that mid 2016, and they've loosely, you know, sustained that growth, which is fantastic, right until the way of the middle of April, or where we are now. We can see here that Google ads have been a huge part of their marketing mix. The reason being is Google ads works. Like there's no reason why this company has literally used it since the middle of 2015. These guys are going on a good solid 5 years of using Google ads because it works. These guys have really narrowed down what works, I think, within their industry and what works for them. We're going to get into that in just a short moment. So to have a better look at their PPC keywords, what we'll see here is a lot of buying-based keywords and some loose keywords, or buying-based keywords along with geographical identifiers. So what we can see here, driveway pavers, it's all really service orientated, not much information orientated kind of keywords showing up here. We can see a couple of like cost, potentially a little bit informational based there, but for the most part, we got Santa Ana, San Diego, etc. And just really product orientated searches, which is really, really cool. It shows that they're really narrowed down on the keywords that work for them, because we can see not a huge selection of keywords considering how big they are. So they've really narrowed down on the keywords that must, or that I think that they think in a weird way, is producing the bulk of their conversions at a really good rate. Now, one of the most interesting things that these guys do is if we come over to landing pages here, these guys have some wonderful landing pages specific to their PPC Google ad campaigns. You can see that here with the naming convention of PPC. And if we just have a look at this one here, this is their driveway landing page, and we can see here it's really, really nice. I like this a lot. There's some elements to improve, but some really, really cool, really good gripping emotional headline. Make your home the envy of your neighborhood. I kind of alluded to this earlier in the video, but this is where we can see it really, really nicely. I would fix up the typography here, the color. It's a light background, white text. I think it's a little bit hard to read in my opinion, but nonetheless, really, really nice. We can see here, really benefit emotional copy here. Really, really nice. I like this a lot. Coming over here, encapsulated, attention grabbing, call to action. Again, lacking value. I don't like that at all. I think you could punch up the value of this and get more form completions by adding value to this. So treating this form like a transaction, not a monetary transaction, but what more could I say here to incentivize or persuade someone to give me their contact details? So they're going to give me their contact details. What are they going to get in return? Answer that question. And I think that you'll get a lot better return, high conversion rates, lower cost per acquisition. Fantastic stuff in my opinion. Here they have the process of how to build your own dream driveway. Schedule, design, enjoy. It's a little bit, they kind of interesting. I suppose in some ways it's the part that you play. So schedule, you play part in that. Design, you play part in that. Enjoy, where's the build? Shorter is easier. It gives the perception that it's easier. I like it. I'm poking a little bit of fun at it, but I do like it, and I would do the same. But it's nice just to poke fun at other people's stuff sometimes, and you get to learn from it. So like shorter processes perceived as easier, therefore they're more likely to persuade someone. So albeit I'm poking fun at it, it's good. I like it a lot. Coming down, we see some gallery design and inspiration, some really nice paving jobs in different styles, traditional styles, Spanish Mediterranean, and contemporary. I like this. It gives people a sense of future pacing, so people can envisage what their paving job's going to look like. I really like this. Moving down here, we can see some testimonials. We've got full names or close to it, a small snippet of the testimonial with an image. They look a little bit stock. It's rare to get good headshots like that from customers. I would change that and use legitimate images, even if they're not the same quality. The realness gives a better impact, in my opinion. Moving down, we can see here some videos, and we'll touch on their YouTube. These guys are doing some stuff on YouTube, and they're doing quite well with it. So coming back down here, we've got some proof. This could be added potentially under this section here, making it a little bit smaller vertically, because there's a lot of proof here, etc. And then coming down, another call to action, solid, far easier to see. And and if we click here, it goes to a consultation form, again, not restating value, so doing a poor job. But coming through here, now we have a 28-year service warranty kind of thing. Like, don't know about that one. Or is it potentially it's stating, I think it's stating that they have been in business for 28 years, because 28 plus 1992, 2020, I just don't like it. It kind of rubs me the wrong way. Quality service, 28 years, it looks like a guarantee, and then it conflicts with the 25-year guarantee. Although 25 years not placed on here, I don't think, or I can't recall it. I don't like that. Just more of a nitpicky thing, not a marketing thing from my standpoint. But then we have some the guarantee that we saw earlier, some FAQs, which is really, really, really nice. I like that. And then some informational stuff. This section here is really cool. I like this. So if you can show things through demonstration, they have more power, more impact. So birds of a feather flock together. So kind of combining those two things here. We can see here some presuppositions. So I'm combining 3 elements into one here before I talk about it. But results are limited to the top 250 jobs. So out of the 80,000, so close to 81,000, proof there, 81,000 people potentially, it's kind of alluding to in the Santa Ana area, have used them. I don't know if that's true or not, but we can see here the top 250 jobs. So you can see here that, oh, I live around here. A lot of people in my area have used these guys. So birds of a feather, if other people like me are using them, I should use them. I like that. I really do like that. So really, really cool. Request comes down to here. Overall, really cool landing page. I like it. They've been using this for a long time. I've been keeping tabs on these guys for about 6 months now. They haven't changed this page at all. Reason being, it's working. These types of pages do wonderfully well. There's no navigation. We've got a limited time only offer as well, 10% off new driveway projects. And it's just easy. People can get everything they need to make a decision on the one page. There's no distractions of other pages. Really, really cool stuff. I love this a lot. Looking at their actual Google Ads, I think there's a lot of room here to improve. So I've done a video which will appear around here any moment of ads that, so how to craft great ads with Google Ads. There's 2 videos, examples in one and the theory in the other, and they will help you a great deal on how to make better Google Ads. So just to rip through theirs, so Sacramento driveway pavers stating, I don't mind this one, outdoor living made easier. I don't know why the ad there, I think that might be Ahrefs adds that in there. That's fine, but outdoor living made easier, don't like that. I think making your driveway the envy of your neighbors, shortening that down, adding that in this section would be far better. It's more of a specific emotional appeal, and it's easier to envisage in the mind that kind of emotional kind of like sub-headline, so to speak. Then they've got location, well, not location, but contact information, custom driveway options personalized for you. Get 10% off your driveway project now. Build your dream driveway today. Create the perfect entrance to your home. Get a quote, serving you since 1992. I don't like this ad much at all. I think this ad's a fair bit better, where they talk about the guarantee a little bit, the fantastic investment. I don't like that one so much, that little point here. Get a free consultation, helping you since 1992, interactive visualizer. I haven't seen any real portion or speak of this on any landing pages, so that's going to be a disconnect. So I don't like that at all. People are going to be like, what's the interactive visualize, they get to the landing page, not going to see it, so that's going to be a disconnect. Satisfaction guarantee, we're kind of saying the same thing here as we are here. We don't need to do that. 70,000 homeowners served, well, it's apparently 80,000, so we need to change that. Online specials, that's true. 95% satisfaction rating. How do you substantiate that? I haven't seen anywhere that that's been substantiated. But they've got so many other more proof elements. The remodeling one, a lot of the other stuff that we saw on one of the particular landing pages, if I can quickly find it, all this kind of stuff. Best home advisor business 2018, so they can say that, Angie's List, etc., etc., like Guildmaster. I mean, there's tons of stuff that they can use within their ads that will tremendously pump up the power of them. So this is where I think they're doing the worst, so to speak. They're still doing a fantastic job, better than most contractors by a long way, but huge areas for gain here, in my opinion. So here we are at their YouTube channel, and we can see here some fantastic videos and some really large views that these guys are doing here. So we go to most popular, so like some internet's being a little bit slow, but what we can see here, some videos have had a tremendous amount of views. So just in the last 2 years, this video 156k, 5 years 25k, a lot of testimonial videos and informational based videos. This is really powerful because what you can do is people that watch these videos, you can create retargeting on Google Ads and retarget these people with either RLSA on the display network or on the YouTube network in and of itself. So really powerful, and they've got assets. They don't even have to create YouTube ads. They can use these videos as YouTube ads for the people that have watched many of the other videos on their YouTube channel. I really like this, and they're pretty simple videos, nothing too complicated, pretty much just point and shoot kind of stuff. You don't need a great camera. There is some lighting in these videos here, but by and large, fantastic. These are cheap, they're long assets for your business. Highly recommend that you check out some of these videos and potentially create some of these for yourself. So one of the more interesting aspects about System Pavers is that they're not doing anything on Facebook. So they don't have a Facebook page that's working at the moment. I wonder why. So if we click this Facebook link here, we can see System Pavers, no content right now. So it's maybe doesn't work for me for some particular reason. I'm not entirely sure. So that's, a bit funny in that way. Potentially because I'm in Australia, I can't see it. I couldn't find them on the Facebook ad library either to check them out. So, kind of unusual in many respects there. But that being said, that concludes this video. So if you like these style of videos where I break down businesses, please chime in the comment section below. Point out a business or point out an industry. A specific business would be great because it saves me a lot of time on identifying it and it's specific to you. So I don't care how many people comment. I will get through them eventually. So I really would appreciate that. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. And lastly, if you want to get more specific advice on your business for free, jump over to brenhamel.com, a link in the YouTube video description below. Scroll down, click this big button here. You and I can have a conversation that's completely free. You can go for 10 minutes, you can go for 90 minutes where we talk about your marketing. I can have a look at your Google ads, Facebook ads, etc., give you advice, and it'll be tremendously valuable for you. So if you're interested, I urge you to do that. I thoroughly enjoy the conversations more than than everyone else. So I look forward to chatting with you. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.